Intervention for issues and concerns on student grades and performance. Intervention. According to Merriam-Webster, it is the act of interfering with the outcome or course, especially of a condition or process, as to prevent harm or improve functioning. Examples of intervention that we can use. Collect baseline data on student behaviors and academics. Data. Why collect student data? Data is one of the most powerful tools to inform, engage, and create opportunities for students along their educational journey. It's much more than test scores. Data helps us make connections that leads to insights and improvements. Notice something positive about your most challenging student each day. It is said that the student who challenge their teachers the most need their teachers the most. That is why we have to connect with the challenging student by recognizing their positive traits, having honest discussions with them, and praising them for the good things. Evaluate your interventions frequently and change when necessary. Why do we need to evaluate our interventions? First, to provide feedback on its effectiveness. Second, to help determine whether the intervention is appropriate for the target. And third, to see if there are any problems with its implementation, if there are any concerns that need to be resolved. Give instructions both orally and visually whenever possible. Consider classroom pacing. Is it too fast? Is it too slow? Pacing is the skill of creating a perception that the class is moving at just the right speed for students. This will mean that the lesson appears to unfold more quickly. Effective pacing helps a teacher hold the students' attention. Diversify your teaching style. Why diversify your teaching style? To meet the needs of all learners. Vary teaching strategies so that each learning style preference is addressed, therefore increasing the level of achievement of each student and making learning a successful outcome in the classroom. Provide choices to give students power. Why provide choices for the students? Giving students a choice allows them to take ownership of their learning as well as create a product that feels authentic to them. They work on something that they're good at creating or try something they want to get better at. Say what I can do to help you to a student. Provide rubrics to assist the child in pacing and monitoring progress for both academic and behavioral. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Therefore, pre-plan for activities and challenges. Effective feedback. Let the learner go first. Ask learners to specifically assess their performance in relation to the stated goals and objectives. Focus on the task, not the learner. Give feedback on specific aspects of the learner's work in relation to the task, with suggestions about how to improve. Feedback must be clear and specific. Give elaborated feedback in manageable chunks. Feedback should indicate the what, how, and why of what has and has not been successful in the task. However, giving too much feedback at once can lead to negative effects. Give step-by-step feedback, allowing the student to edit and correct their work after each step. Focus on learning, not performance. Emphasize effort. It improves learning, and that mistakes are an important part of the learning process. Do not compare the student to other learners. Feedback should be fully personalized to what the individual student needs to achieve, without comparison to other learners. Avoid giving overall grades. Feedback is most effective when it highlights areas of strength and gives information on how to improve, without giving an overall grade. Beware of the overuse of praise, but avoid being negative or critical. Remember, feedback should be focused on the task, not the learner. Praise relates to the learner, not the task. Similarly, criticism or very controlling feedback draws attention away from the task in hand. Written feedback is more effective than oral feedback. Learners experience written feedback as less biased and therefore more accurate. Timing. Immediate feedback. Immediate feedback helps tackle errors in real time, leading to more immediate gains and more efficient learning. Peer tutoring. It involves students working as academic tutors to other students. Usually, a high-performing student tutors a student who needs support with learning. Before we end, let me leave you with this quote. An intervention cannot be called an intervention if it is not progress monitored. An intervention without progress monitoring is just an activity. Thank you and have a good day ahead.